Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. You guys been asking for this deck profile for a long time. You've been seeing this deck everywhere, even though like Silent Blackwing, the legend, and me myself, we've been playing this deck for over 1 year now. Even past like pre Blackwing support, we've been dominating with the Calyuga build everywhere. And now this deck is becoming like one of our fan favorites. Like I would say, master. Like I see a lot of mirror matches, and if I start with Simoon, people just instantly surrender because they know what's gonna happen. So it's incredible. It's incredible. Okay, and the reason why I believe the Calyuga build is the best one is because this deck does not lose against. If your opponent draws like 2 or 3 Dark Will Nomos, doesn't matter. If he has Lightning Storm, doesn't matter. If he has 2 evenly matches, it doesn't matter. Most of the other like boards might lose like against a couple of Dark Rulers or evenly matches. This board does not care. The only thing that this deck could possibly lose is if your opponent like hard draws a super poly, and actually like if he actually super polies the Asna Falcon away or the Dark Armed, then it could get tough, but you're still gonna have like 2 more towers in the field that can protect you, and also like hand traps, Chinooks, Minooks, whatever. So if we talk about competitive wise, Cayuga build is definitely the most competitive because even the worst hand, the worst 2 card combo is still going to seal the win, which all the other decks might not be able to do, because this deck does not rely on Zudri or Simoon. On this channel, guys, this is why you should now sub and put the notification bell on, because I'm going to show you a million ways how to play through interruptions, how to play through everything. This deck is insane, okay, but it takes a lot of time to understand how this deck works, how to play through multiple interruptions, how to play with different hands and all of that. It's not something that you can just pick and learn after 2 days like a Telement deck or like a fucking Kashtira deck, whatever. This deck actually needs time to understand, because Calyuga is not something that Konami has created. Like I'm talking about Calyuga in the Blackwings. Obviously, Calyuga is like a DD card, but no one before Silent Blackwing knew even that you can play Calyuga in Blackwings. So it's something that we created, or let's say Silent Blackwing created. All I did was, since the Blackwing support came out, was just to make it even more efficient, even better, and all of that. At the same time, Silent Blackwing was doing the same thing. But all the things that you've been seeing right now is something that I've been cooking, I've been doing, and yeah, man. Enough talking, man. Let me show you now a little bit action. So I'm going to explain to you why we play all of these cards. First of all, Prosperity is at 1. Prosperity is the best search card in the game. This is also the reason why this card is limited to 1. Small World is in this deck though the best card. Why? Because we have so many beautiful bridges that can always give us anything. Even if we have like hand traps like Ash or Valor on our hand, look at this. All we have to do is just boom, Small World. We can take Ash, and then we can even take Valor if Noctovision, for example, is not available. But if you take Valor from your deck and banish him, then you can also get Simoon to your hand. Okay? But if you don't have Noctovision in your deck because you hard draw him, then you can use just Valor. And if you use Valor, then you can get Vata to your hand. You can get Shamal to your hand. And this is all you need. Okay, this is all you need. And this is the reason why I believe this deck is the most competitive. Because look at this. Let's say, for example, we normal summon Zudri. They imperm Zudri. Cool. We're just going to special summon Vata. And at the end, all you're going to need is like at least like those 2 things, okay? Because look at this. This is just amazing. So we're going to summon here the Blackwing Dragon. On summon with the Blackwing Dragon, we're going to activate the Black Feather Whirlwind. Special summon Vata right again. And then we're going to use Zephyros effect. We're going to use Zephyros effect. Yep. Bounce back the Black Feather Whirlwind. Then summon him. Activate it right again. Go into Boreal Storm. Like that. Summon him. On the summon of Boreal Storm, chain 1 him. Chain 2 Feather Whirlwind so they don't ash the Boreal Storm. And then you can summon, doesn't matter who you summon. Let's say we're gonna summon here Zephyros again. Do this. And then you're gonna send here Steam to the graveyard. Okay. Next up, you're gonna go here into Y-Strix with Boreal Storm and Zephyros. By the way, there are so many other combos to go into this build with different kind of hands. Like, I can't upload everything at the same time. Okay, so if you want those combos as early as possible, then I would suggest to subscribe to the Patreon, because I have a lot of stuff over there that will probably see YouTube like in a couple of weeks or days, whatever. I'll never know the date because I got so much other content that I want to upload first. But if you can't wait and want to learn this deck more and better and as quick as possible, then Patreon is the way to go. I'm also showing there how to play with different kind of bricks on your hand. For example, Raider's Ring on your hand, Rank Up on your hand, Steam on your hand, Zephyros on your hand. It doesn't matter. Like, I got you covered over there. Alright, so we're gonna summon here Zudri. Next up, we're gonna use... By the way, the reason why I'm also playing the Dark Armed is because if Boreal Storm gets impermed, then it's so easy to summon this dude, because usually if Boreal Storm gets impermed and we can't send Steam to the graveyard, we are screwed. And this is why Dark Armed is here to save the day. Yeah. Okay. Next up, we're gonna go here into Bardiche. With these two. And now Bardiche is the one who's gonna give us the rank ups and send Raider's Ring to the graveyard. And then we're gonna activate Steam's effect. Tribute Bardiche. Get him out. And now we can go here into Joe. Steam will leave us a token. Now Joe's effect will give us Boreal Storm again. And that's really important because now you're going to use the token and Boreal Storm to go here into Raikiri. You always have to summon Joe first, okay? Before you go into before you summon Raikiri, always Joe first, because this is the way you're going to get Raikiri. Next up, you're going to use these two to go into the Asner Falcon. Then the Asner Falcon will give us from the deck Shamal. And then you're gonna activate Raider's Ring to detach the other material. That's really important. If Asner Falcon has materials attached to him, you cannot go into Kali Yuga. And now you're gonna summon here the Ball of Savage Dragon. And now what you could do is, okay, what you also could do is to summon now one Assault Dragon by banishing Boreal Storm and the Blackwing Dragon. But I personally would not do it right now because these cards are important to use in the grind game. Why? Because if you use them right now, then next turn, if you don't hot draw like a Blackwing monster, for example Zudri or Vata, it's over. You can't really continue into your combo. Sometimes it's not necessary, but if your opponent summons something like, I don't know, Baguska or whatever it is, then it could really mess up everything. Okay, so therefore I would just say end your turn like this. And then once it activates anything, I would suggest to immediately activate the rank up. Do not use your Savage Negate immediately, because it's not going to take a long time for people to understand how to out the Asner Falcon. Sometimes they might just try to bait you with a card like Field Spell, whatever, and then you're going to negate it with Ballot, and then they're going to chain something like, I don't know, shit, 2 Book of Moons or whatever it is. Okay, there are many ways to out. So I would only use, for example, now you activate the rank up, and now your opponent wants to activate something like Book of Moon, then I would activate Ball of Savage Dragon to negate the books to protect the summon of Kali Yuga. I hope you guys understand like what I'm talking about. Do not just waste your Ball of Savage Dragon's effect, because negating that doesn't make any sense, because once Kali Yuga is out, doesn't do anything. Okay, so that's all your opponent is gonna do. In the end phase, now it's up to you if you want to activate Khalil US effect to destroy the old back row. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes people don't even set something on the back. And then in your turn, this is like the grind game that you're gonna have. No matter what we hard draw, it really does not matter. All we're gonna do is go now into the Assault Dragon. Because if we summon it right now, we can just trigger the Black Feather Werewolf here again. And then get something like Joe. And then on Joe's summon, we can activate Shamal's effect to get something like, I don't know, Luigi to your hand if you want to. Or even Vata to your hand, like whatever you want. Let's go with, doesn't really matter to be honest, man. Like, yeah, let's go. Let's get Vata. You can activate his effect to get here Raikiri out. Dispatch some Vats over here. Now you could use Raikiri's effect to pop those two cards. Whatever. And then yeah, you can still do like something like this. Boom. And then just win the game. Like, this is why I wouldn't summon the Assault Dragon right away. Okay. So yeah. And about going second with this deck, guys, you need to understand that nowadays, if you don't open with a hand trap or a board breaker or whatever, then there's not really a chance to break a board nowadays. I mean, like, imagine if we go first and our opponent doesn't have a single hand trap. Sometimes we can even play through 2 or 3 interruptions. But let's say our opponent doesn't have any hand traps and we go full combo. What's gonna happen? Exactly, we just automatically win, right? So, and that's just master nowadays. If you go in second, you don't have a single hand trap, and your opponent goes full combo, and you don't have you don't have a ball breaker, you don't have hand traps, obviously you're gonna lose. Okay, so therefore you gotta build a deck that can play a lot of hand traps and it's still consistent enough to like even when you draw like 2 or 3 hand traps that you do not break with your hand. And this is the build that can actually do all of this. Okay, so yeah, before you start commenting, yeah, what you gonna do going second, bro? No deck can do anything going second if you don't have a ball breaker or hand trap, whatever. I mean, yeah, if we go first, we win. If we go second and we have no hand trap, we lose. But sometimes one hand trap is enough to win the game. Because if you don't, like, if you're imperm, I don't know, they're rule colors and they don't have something like Mudora and Kelbeck on the hand to mill against something, then it's over. It's over, right? So, I don't know, just for the people that have been asking, like, what you're gonna do going second. Obviously, if you don't have hand chips, there's nothing that you can do. But yeah, here's a proof that we reached Diamond 1. If you want to see, like, gameplays, how this deck works going second, or in general, whatever, I got so many streams that I've been doing for you guys to show you how to play going second and all of that. Just check those streams out. And yeah, with this deck, I also managed to, like, after 7 hours, I was able to get my max rank on the World Championship qualifier. So this deck is legit. Okay, this deck is legit, guys. So let's check out the deck list. Alright, so when you watch this deck list, you can see that I'm not playing Max C right now. The reason why I'm not playing Max C is basically because, I don't know, like, every time I play Max C, my opponent always has Ash or Caught by the Grave, and usually Ash is like the most common card that you need to always expect. Some people don't play Caught by the Grave, some people do. We have to play 2 at least, like, of course 2, maximum 2 and 3 Ashes just because of Max C. And the chances of having Max C is like sorry, the chance of your opponent having Ash or Cobalt is always so high that even if we activate Max C, they always can negate it with Ash. So I don't know, like I'm not a huge fan of Max C, but if you want to play with Max C, then you can cut the free Veilers and add the Max C. But at the same time, the reason why I'm playing Veilers and Ash is not only because they're so great hand traps, but also they work perfectly with the small world, as you just saw in my gameplay footage. I used the Veilers and the Ash to search for Blackwing monsters, and they also work perfectly. Let's say, for example, we're going first and we got the hand traps, and we do not need those hand traps going first, but we got small world, so we can just recycle those hand traps to search for Simoon, which is like really tough, really good. And in a situation where you would have right now Max C, for example, you cannot recycle Max C with small world to Simoon. So therefore I decided to play the Veilers and Ash, and it just adds so much consistency to the deck. Okay, so here for the people to want to see like all the cards, we got 3 times Veiler, 1 Shanga. Shanga is actually like, if you're going second, you got this dude over here. It's insane, like really good. Then we got 1 Hamilton, 3 times Vata, 1 time Chinook, 1 Gale, 1 Steam, obviously Ash, 1 Zephyros, totally enough, 1 Raider's Wing, and 3 times Shamal. For the people that have been playing 2 Shamals, 1 Shamals, whatever, and then like only 1 or 2 Feather Warrants, the perfect ratio, guys, doesn't matter which Blackwing deck you play, is always 3 Shamals and 2 Feather Warrants, okay? That's a fact. Me and Sam Blackwing, me, we've been doing this for so long that, trust me, if it was possible to play Shamal 2, we would be doing it, okay? Trust me. But 3 Shamals and 2 Feather Warrants is the stuff, because if you got Shamal in your hand, for example, or let's say you only got 1, you're playing only 1 Feather Warrant, and you're playing like 2 Shamals, and you got those 2 cards on your hand, okay? Then you cannot activate Shamal's effect because you got already the 1 of Feather Warrant on your hand. So therefore, it's really stupid. But this way, you do not really have to worry about anything. And at the same time, Shamal and Black Whirlwind is ultimately full combo, so that's beautiful. And basically, like it's then we got 3 times Zudri, 3 times Simoon. Noctovision Dragon is just crazy because, first of all, even if you hard draw him and then you're gonna use him as link material, you're gonna protect your set rank up with him in your graveyard, because if he tries to destroy the rank up with like Cosmic Cyclone or whatever in the draw phase, then you can protect it with Noctovision. In addition, you can like draw 1 card, and you can always use him, for example, and Gale to go into full armors or whatever. Like, it's really good things that you can do. Unfortunately, Prosperity is at 1. If you could play 3, we would be playing 3. Then we're playing 3 times Small Worlds, 3 times Black Whirlwinds, 2 times Black Feather Whirlwind. Then we're playing like the bricks, which would be the rank up, and Raider's Wing over here. But at the same time, even if you hard draw them, guys, you can still end up in full combo. If you want to know how, and you can't wait until I upload those videos for YouTube, then you can become Patreon. I will upload those on Patreon today or the next couple of days, so yeah, stay tuned. Then we got here 2 times Call By and 2 times Imperm. You can also play 3 Imperms and 1 Whaler. I just wanted to play 3 Whalers because it just gives more consistency with the small worlds, but you also switch it if you really want to. In the X deck, we got Nothing, Borea Storm, 1 Joe, 1 Raikiwi. Basically, you need those 2 to go into Kali Yuga, but they are also good for going second. Then we got Blackwing Dragon. Then we got the Ball of Savage Dragon. Ball of Savage Dragon is a must in this deck because it's always a free summon if you go into Kali Yuga. Then we got Draco Berserker going second or going first against Elements. This will always ultimately win you the game. Just such a good card. And we got full Armor Master, of course. We're playing 2 times Assault Dragon because even if you do get Nibiru, worst case scenario, you can always end up on 2 times Blackwing Assault Dragon, and that would also usually seal you the win. And we got Asno Falcon, And then as you can see, I'm also playing the Dark Armed. Why am I playing the Dark Armed? Because a lot of people like to imperm the Borea Storm. And if they imp the Borea Storm and we don't have Gale on your hand, then we cannot summon Calyuga with the Joe and Raikiwi. Therefore, I decided to play the Dark Arm because you never know where your opponent is going to interrupt. And there are a lot of people that just wait for Borea Storm to imp that, and then sometimes it's over. But yeah, with the Dark Arm, you can just continue playing. And I'm also going to show you how that works in the future. So stay tuned. And obviously we got Calyuga. Then we got Wystrix. And then we got the Badish. And yeah, it's really insane. Here, some test hands for you. So even this is actually a full combo. Believe it or not, this is actually full combo. But only this, for example, will only work with the Dark Arm build. Without the Dark Arm build, it's not possible. And here, another full combo. Plus, as you can see, like before that, we had the one Ash, and then we got one Imperm. Like you're always gonna have at least. Okay, not here maybe, but yeah. And then here, thanks to Small World, we're gonna still full combo. Full combo, and we got an Imperm. We got here full combo, but we only got the full combo because let me see. Yeah, thanks to the Veilers and Ash, because we're gonna use them to search for I think Hamatan. Yeah, we can search for Hamatan over here. Not Hamatan, sorry, Vata. Or Zujri. Nah, not Zujri. Yeah, this is the awkward hand. This one might be a brick. And here we got another full combo of 2 hand traps, which is beautiful. And we got here. The Chinook is basically also a hand trap, and with the Small World, it's just insane. Here, insane. Insane. This one going second. Yeah, okay, this could be tough. Then we here, Small World saves again. Here we got a full combo again. Full combo with hand traps. This is also a great hand. And here, Small World saves the day again. Small World's gonna save the day again. Yeah. Like. Beautiful. Yeah, going second. Even if you go first, you can just surrender. End your turn. You're gonna survive with Ash and Veiler and another Veiler. And then you're gonna top deck Small World. And then that's gonna be a full combo for you. Beautiful hand. Beautiful. 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 So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you like this video. If you want to see more footage, then check out the streams, or become a patron and see there where I'll play through interruptions, because one Smooth, for example, can play through 2 imperms. If you want to know how, then yeah, you know. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. I love you all. Please take care. Bye bye.